ERC, quality service since 1972, repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday, the 5th day of October. It's a cloudy and cool day and a lot of changes this week. In fact, this is a tricky little forecast here, so just hang on for a wild ride. Let's take a look at the Skycam shots this afternoon. First off, coming from Birmingham. It's a cloudy day with temperatures mostly in the mid-60s as the warm front is still down to the south. Now, there's the Mobile shot. That's coming from the Battleship Alabama, looking back toward downtown Mobile. They're starting to see some breaks in the cloud cover down there. And temperatures are noticeably warmer. They're below the warm front, where the readings are pushing 80. And then back up to the north of the warm front, there's the Jasper Skycam, the sky cloudy up in Walker County. First off, the upper level look, deep, cold trough out west. Big snowstorm brewing for Montana and parts of the northern Rockies, and ridge developing over Florida. So it's quite a smorgasbord of weather conditions across the country. There's the surface chart. And again, our surface boundary is down there over South Alabama, running from near Chatham over to Greenville and Opelika. Below that, it's warmer. North of that, we've got the 60s around here. And yeah, look at that mess going on up north. The winter storm watches and warnings up for a pretty good chunk of Montana and some of the adjacent states. That's the first really big winter storm of the season for those folks. And that cold air is going to be dropping southward as the week progresses. Now, in terms of the convective outlook, we have one day with a defined risk, and that's tomorrow. A slight risk from the hill country of Texas over to the delta of Mississippi. And don't think we'll have any issues with severe weather tomorrow. In fact, I think much of the day tomorrow will be dry. There's the QPF chart. Now, this is rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. Heaviest rain, Wichita Falls, Texas to Indianapolis, Indiana. The bullseye is down there below Norman, Oklahoma, 7 inches out there. And around here, you can see the heavier totals are over northwest Alabama. A relative minimum shows up near Montgomery, and then it picks up again down south. And again, it's going to be very hard to draw this map because of the myriad of possibilities in coming days. Tropical weather, that wave out there in the central Atlantic seems to be getting its act together, but if anything pops, I don't think it lasts long because it will be encountering harsh winds aloft sooner than later. So again, it might become a tropical depression, but I don't think it will amount to much in the long term. And then the upper right, that's Grace. And again, I'm not so sure why that thing got a name. It really looks more like a subtropical storm from our perspective, more of a hybrid, but they went ahead and tagged it that, and it'll become a subtropical storm officially tonight if it's not one now. And, of course, no threat to land. It's out in the middle of nowhere. So let's look at the modeling. We'll take you through the forecast here day by day. This is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And you can see the ridge beginning to build. 588 line up to Montgomery, so the warm front should be north of us. The first thing you'll notice, it should be noticeably warmer. Short wave coming out across the upper Midwest. Trough hanging back over the west coast. Down below, strong low, located near Milwaukee, and that looks like a pretty good snowstorm out there for maybe parts of Minnesota and the Dakotas, back in the cold air sector. And around here, it should be warmer, maybe some peaks of sun during the day, but there could be enough moisture for a shower in spots. We think it will be pretty widely scattered, so not much rain tomorrow. Highs upper 70s, maybe pushing 80. Now, Wednesday, look at the 594 circle. The ridge is strengthening over Florida and the Gulf. That lead shortwave is coming out across New England. Really a cold vortex developing over Canada, and a trough hangs back over Southern California. A lot on the board there. But for us on Wednesday, there's the deal. Trailing from that surface low over New England, a cold front. And we think that should bring a round of showers and storms, although the GFS not as aggressive on this run. But the bottom line is a pretty decent chance of showers and maybe a thunderstorm on Wednesday. Thursday, look at the ridge beginning to take over. The 594 contour gets up to near Enterprise. The 588 contour almost up into Kentucky. Should be a very warm day, potential for mid-80s, but a big trough phasing up out west. But Thursday looks dry and warm, almost like midsummer. It will not feel like fall. And then Friday, the upper ridge shunted off to the east. Big trough phasing up over the central U.S. And down below that, that looks like a very impressive cold front from near Detroit down to Springfield, Missouri. Look at the cold air flooding the northern states. As cold as it's been in a long time up there since last winter. And that means more mountain snows for the northern Rockies and maybe some hefty storms on that front. And Friday, you see, we're beginning to become under the influence of the upward velocities coming from that upper trough. So no doubt there's going to be a chance of showers and storms at least by Friday afternoon and Friday night. And then Saturday, starting off the weekend, the front's going to hang up. And where that front hangs up will determine who gets the rain on Saturday. This is suggesting the line will be roughly along Interstate 59. So Gadsden, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa south, chance of showers and storms. Maybe some drying up there for the northwest corner. Very cold up north, but the core of the cold air is not allowed to move down here. And Sunday, the front is dead stopped. In fact, this suggests it might back up as a warm front. So you see the weekend looking a little unsettled at this point. And no doubt we'll have to mention at least a chance of showers and storms both days on Saturday and Sunday. And again, we called your attention to the big snow developing out there across Nebraska and Kansas. If that's right, Omaha, Goodland, places like that, they'll get a lot of snow. In a week from today, very cold trough over the nation's heartland. Down below that, the surface boundary tries to sag a little farther south, maybe down to Montgomery, but the core of the cold air stays just north of here. And then at the end of the forecast on the 21st of October, that's a cold-looking trough there across the Mississippi River Valley, and down below that, pretty good round of thunderstorms if that's right. Although the depth of cold air with that not as impressive as what we have coming this week up there. And understand, this is all voodoo. This is way beyond 7 days. No specific forecast out there. You know that. We're just looking for trends. And again, it looks like a pretty little tricky forecast here for the next several weeks in place. We'll just take it one day at a time. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.